I started this Air Force journey at 17. I kind of received a lot of negative feedback from a lot of folks about how I would do in the military or how I would do at a military institution for college, and I think I'm most proud that I didn't listen to them and I did it anyway. And when I was in high school, I was just kind of in a very turbulent time in life, lots of change. And my mom pretty much told me, she's like, look, if you want to go to college, you're going to have to figure it out. My mom is a legacy employee of American Airlines. She was talking one day outside of the cabin and one of the pilots overheard her. He was a retired Air Force officer that graduated from the Air Force Academy. So he told me about it, and we actually took a trip out there, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the idea of it, of having a meaningful life, of having an education that directly translated into a job, and I was just ready. I was like, let's do this, it's game time. I thought I wanted to fly planes and show up at the Air Force Academy and realized I really hate flying things. When I came across the civil engineering department, I just loved the people. I go, you know, if I'm gonna do this for 20 years, these are the people that I wanna be around. So my first duty station was Vandenberg Air Force Base. Being at Vandenberg, really got to understand utilities and how that impacts mission assurance. And then my deployment, having the opportunity to be a flight commander with a very close-knit, small team, gave me a much greater appreciation for what officership's really about. I currently work as the officer in charge of operations engineering, and it's an element that links our operations flight to our engineering flight. Asset management falls under me, work management, which is the legacy customer service unit. Service contracts falls under me, as does material control. Asset management is really important just because if you don't manage your assets and your base, then your mission's not going to go as smoothly as it should. You want to invest the correct amount in the right asset to make sure that we're benefiting our personnel in this country. I've also had the opportunity to lead our Readiness Challenge team, taking them down to Tyndall. And so my role was to make sure the right personnel were going to represent our squadron well, and that they were prepared to execute some wartime tasks down there. It was amazing knowing that I was helping make history for the Air Force Civil Engineers. I'm proud to be a civil engineer officer just because of how many different types of expertise I get to oversee. Understanding how you impact the national defense strategy, our country's security, keeping internal to our borders safe as well. I got the opportunity to do Hurricane Michael recovery. And I think the Air Force enterprise enjoys having civil engineers around because we're organized and we're taught to think through a process. So the fact that we're a part of an organization that takes that so seriously makes it pretty amazing. Somebody told 18-year-old Morgan that I was going to go through all of this, I would have looked at them and said, you're crazy. That's why we don't know. If we did know at the beginning of what everything we'd have to go through and be able to make it. I think I'm just most proud of having the courage to start all of it and just not giving up. My name is Capt Morgan Grohol, and I'm a United States Air Force Civil Engineer.